good day. My name is Navinah Kaveri and I'm a PhD candidate from City University, and I'm very honored to be a part of 8 Kuala Lumpur International Multidisciplinary Academic Conference 2026 by Asia Scholar Network. So my paper title is Digital Competence and Economic Mobility in Malaysia, the Mediating Role of Entrepreneurial Mindset. This is a conceptual framework. And also, this particular study examined how digital competence can contribute to economic mobility in Malaysia and proposed that entrepreneurial mindset plays a crucial mediating role in transforming digital skills into a meaningful economic outcome. And also, this study particularly relevant as a Malaysian continues to advance in a digital transformation agenda under the 13 Malaysia Plan, which is called as RMK13, which emphasizes on digitalization, innovation, and inclusive economic growth. We move to the first part of the slide, which is introduction. Malaysian economy is undergoing a rapid digital transformation, as we all know. The digital economy has become a significant contributor to the national growth, creating a new employment opportunities, supporting entrepreneurship and generating wealth through digital platforms and technologies. Despite these developments, socio-economic disparities remain evident. Although internet penetration is high, many individuals, especially those from lower income groups and rural communities, still face difficulties in improving their socio-economic position. This suggests that simply having an access to digital technology is not enough. What matters is whether the individual possesses the competencies required to use the digital technologies productively and strategically for the economic advancement. Therefore, this study investigates the relationship between digital competence and economic mobility and explore how entrepreneurial mindset may explain the relationship between the both. Next, we're going to see in a research gap and study motivation. The motivation for this study stems from an important literature gap. Malaysia has achieved nearly universal internet access and expect the digital economy to create approximately about 500,000 jobs by 2030. However, there remains a substantial gap between the basic and advanced digital skills. For example, more than 98% Malaysian possess to basic ICT skills. However, only 24% possess to programming or coding skill. And also, many individuals remain unable to fully participate in high-value digital economic activities too. As I said earlier, if you see the table number 1, macroeconomic projection and labor market target, it clearly shows RMK13 targets for 2030 for about 500,000 new jobs for the digital economy. Previous studies acknowledge the importance of digital skills for economic participation, but they provide limited explanation regarding how these skills actually translate into economic mobility. More specifically, the cognitive and behavioral mechanism linking the digital competence to economic outcome remain underexplored. This study addressed the gap by proposing entrepreneurial mindset as the key mediating mechanism. Understanding the mechanism that transforms digital competence into a sustainable economic mobility is essential for achieving inclusive growth in Malaysian digital economy. The literature review focused on 3 main constructs. The first is digital competence, which refer to the knowledge, skills, attitude needed to effectively use digital technologies. It includes the information literacy, content creation and problem solving, and technical proficiency. Second is entrepreneurial mindset. Entrepreneurial mindset consists of entrepreneurial knowledge, entrepreneurial self-efficacy, and entrepreneurial orientation. It enables the individual to recognize opportunities and innovate and create value in uncertain environment. The third will be the economic mobility, which refer to the individual ability to improve socio-economic status over the time through income growth, relative advancement, and digital wealth accumulation. Together, these construct from the foundation of the proposed conceptual framework. For by the theoretical foundation, this study is grounded in 2 complementary theories. The first is human capital theory, which is developed by Becker in 1993. According to this theory, investment in education and skills increase productivity and earning potential. In this study, digital competence is viewed as a form of human capital that enables individuals to access opportunity in digital economy. Second is social cognitive theory, which is also developed by Bandura in 1986. This theory emphasizes self-efficiency, cognitive process, and individual agency. It explains why people with similar skills may achieve different outcomes based on their confidence, initiative, and ability to recognize opportunities. By integrating these two theories, the study explains both the acquisition of digital skills and the behavioral process through which those skills generate economic value. This slide presents the conceptual framework of the study, and the framework positions digital competence as an independent variable and the economic mobility as a dependent variable. Between them lies the entrepreneurial mindset, which serves as a mediating variable. The framework proposed that digital competence influenced the entrepreneurial mindset, which subsequently influenced the economic mobility. In addition, a direct relationship between digital competencies and economic mobility is also proposed. The model suggests that while digital skills are important, entrepreneurial mindset is a key mechanism that transforms those skills into a sustainable economic outcome. And if you have noticed the previous conceptual framework, it includes the hypothesis connection, and we do have three hypotheses within these particular studies. Hypothesis 1 states that digital competence positively influences the entrepreneurial mindset. Individuals with stronger digital skills are more likely to develop entrepreneurial knowledge, confidence, and opportunity recognition capabilities. Hypothesis 2 proposes that entrepreneurial mindset mediates the relationship between digital competence and economic mobility. In other words, entrepreneurial mindset acts as a mechanism that converts digital capability into economic value. Hypothesis 3 states that digital competence has a direct positive effect on the economic mobility, although this effect is expected to be weaker than the indirect effect through the entrepreneurial mindset. The digital competence and entrepreneurial mindset. So this is an evidence from a digital ceiling. One of the central arguments of this study is Malaysia faces what can be described as a digital ceiling. Basic digital skills are widespread, but advanced competency remain limited. As a result, many individuals participate in digital activities only as a consumer rather than a value creators. Digital competence provide capability, but capability alone does not guarantee economic advancement. Individual must also possess entrepreneurial knowledge, confidence, innovation, and proactive behavior. Therefore, entrepreneurial mindset serves as a bridge between the digital skills and economic success. Without this mindset, digital competence may remain underutilized and fail to generate meaningful economic outcome. If you see over here, it's a classic example which we can see. Also from the bar chart, 2023 and 2024 have a significant improvement. So we are awaiting for the Malaysian Statistics Department to release the 2025 as well. However, there's a limited data available currently. This is possessed to the 2023 and 2024 data. Economic mobility in the digital economy. Economic mobility refers to the individual ability to improve their socio-economic position over the time through participation in digital economy. And this study, it includes about three dimensions: absolute mobility, relative mobility, and digital wealth accumulation. The digital economy creates a new opportunity through online business, freelancing, and digital platform. However, participation alone is not enough. Individuals need both digital competence and entrepreneurial capability to create sustainable economic value and achieve upward mobility in their life. To add on, entrepreneurial mindset consists of entrepreneurial knowledge and entrepreneurial self-efficiency and entrepreneurial orientation. These elements enable individuals to recognize opportunities within the digital environment, develop innovative solutions, and take calculated risk. For example, two individuals may possess the same level of digital competence. However, the individual with a stronger entrepreneurial mindset is more likely to start an online business, monetize the digital content, or develop a new digital service. Therefore, entrepreneurial mindset serves as a mechanism that converts digital capability into an economic value and upward the socio-economic status. This study offers several important implications. From theoretical perspective, the study extends a human capital theory and social cognitive theory by demonstrating that entrepreneurial mindset is a critical mechanism linking digital competence and economic mobility. It contributes to the literature by explaining not only whether the digital skills matter, but also how they generate outcome in economics. From a practical perspective, the findings suggest that individuals should develop both digital and entrepreneurial competencies. Training programs should move beyond the technical skills and incorporate with opportunity recognition, innovation, and self-efficacy and entrepreneurial thinking. From policy perspective, Malaysia should shift from a cross-oriented digital policies toward a capability-oriented policies. While internet access has largely been achieved, greater attention should be given to advanced digital skills, entrepreneurship development, and digital innovation programs. In addition, initiatives such as Gig Workers Act 2025 can provide supportive institutional framework that encourage sustainable participation in digital economy. In conclusion, this conceptual study proposed that digital competence is an important form of human capital in Malaysian digital economy. However, digital competency alone is insufficient to ensure the economic mobility. This study argued that entrepreneurial mindset serves as a key mechanism that transforms digital capabilities into meaningful economic outcomes. By integrating human capital theory and social cognitive theory, the proposed framework provides a comprehensive explanation of how digital competence and entrepreneurial mindset, economic mobility are interconnected, ultimately promoting both advanced digital competency and entrepreneurial capabilities will be essential for achieving inclusive economic growth and ensuring that the benefits of digital transformation are shared across Malaysia's society. Furthermore, these are the references been used to develop these conceptual premise. And thank you for your attention. And if there is any question, please do post on the comment box. I'll be definitely replying to your comments. Thank you for listening patiently. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Bye.